when I judge a man for a man, I don't tend to judge a man when he's up. Anybody can brag when they're up. I judge and I see the characters of my friends when they're going through stuff, or who they are to me when I'm going through stuff. That's the best time. You know who's in your life. You know who's not going to be in your life going forward. You just understand people and their character, right? It's one thing if I got a partner who, when my car isn't starting and he doesn't have a job, his family's wealthy, right? And he comes and gives me a boost up. That's very cool, and I'm very generous of his time. Let's make it clear. But it's another thing when I call one of my partners who's got to work 2 jobs, got like an hour window between his jobs, got an hour window on one of his lunch breaks. I tell him, I'm down, man. Can you please drop me off? I know he's busy. I know he doesn't get a lot of him time. And he comes and make time. He's like, yo, I can't sit around and help you out with a boost, but I got the cables for you. I got the cables. I wasted my lunch break. I at least got the cables. That means more to me than the guy who helped me because he didn't have anything else to do with himself, with his life, right? I just really take pride in the people who show their true character when they're down and not up. Over the last few weeks, Isaiah Thomas has been very vulnerable, right? And rightfully so, coming back from surgery, trying to celebrate his birthday and enjoy the moment, right? And remind you, around this time last year, Isaiah was on this big high. He was lighting it up for Boston in the MVP race. Now he's trying to figure it out with the Cavs who are struggling. Nobody's happy in the locker room. And he's just trying his best to figure things out. Now he's the blame of everything that's going wrong. And that's not fair to Isaiah. He didn't help anything at all, but he's not the total blame for everything. Guys weren't playing well, including LeBron, to his standards. But Isaiah kept running his mouth, talking bad about the team. And though I thought what a lot of Isaiah Thomas was saying was probably true, you just don't. I'm a reporter. He made my job easy. He made a lot of reporters who were there with that team jobs easy. He was giving away content, unnecessary quotes. And when he got to the Lakers, his first game with the Lakers against the Dallas Mavericks, he scored 22 points in 20 minutes off the bench. Got in the game, first possession, he took a 3. He, like I said, finished with 22 points, but the Lakers lost that game. And this is what he said after the game. I wanted to bring something to the table. I felt like I got my powers back playing for this team. All right, let me read that again. I wanted to bring something to the table. I felt like I got my powers back playing on this team. He went on to say this. It was a surprise, but at the same time, I am happy to have a new start. I'm happy to be here with the Lakers, happy to be with a young team that is excited, that likes to get up and down. That's my style of play. I'm here to help in any way possible. It's a fresh start for me. I'm excited. Let me read that first line or two for you again. I wanted to bring something to the table. I felt like I got my powers back playing on this team. At that moment, I don't need to know anything else about Isaiah Thomas. I. Not this team. I'm here to help any way possible. I like that line. But other than that, I felt like I got my powers back. You know, when the greats lose, they usually say, you know what, it is what it is. I might have dropped 55, but it was in a losing effort. We got to win games like that. That 50 was cool, but that triple-double was okay. It's pretty good, but, it's not the night to be celebrating. We lost the game. That's what the competitors do. Because winning makes those accomplishments feel so much better. It's like, if you didn't win with it, you know what I mean? Like, were you even doing the smart plays if you didn't win with it? When Isaiah Thomas said, I felt like I got my powers back playing on this team, it tells you I'm just about myself. I just want to feel good myself. It's not about the team. It's not about the Lakers going forward. I just need to be in the right position to get my money. I need to star. I need to play well. I need this new contract. That's what I hear when I see that. And you know, to each his own. He knows the Lakers don't have him a part of his long-term plans, and I'm not mad at that. Right? Don't let someone use you if you see it coming. Use them. But that rubs me the wrong way. His post-game pressers have been very aggravating to me, because not one time do I feel as if though Isaiah Thomas has started through and thought, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe teams are going to look at me as selfish. I'm already 5'8", probably, yeah, he says he's 5'9", 5'10". He's probably 5'8". And this summer, it's going to be very interesting to see what team is willing to give him a contract. He can't play defense. He has a bad hip that might not ever heal the way he wants it to, because he's playing on it right now instead of sitting out. He needs that new contract though. If he doesn't have the speed to keep up with point guards, he already doesn't have the height to. He's well undersized. How could he ever be a guy like a Nick Young, a Lou Williams, a Jamal Crawford? How could he ever be one of those guys if he's unwilling to come off the bench? All those guys come off the bench. Lou Williams in and out of the starting lineup, but for the most part, he comes off the bench most of his career. How the Eric Gordons of the world. How can Isaiah Thomas ever consider him one of them? When he still thinks he's a starting point guard in this league with a bad hip, doesn't make anyone else better around him. What does he think gonna happen this summer? I felt like I got my powers back playing on this team. We'll see how that holds over with teams this summer. I don't think it's gonna go over well. Your powers.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.